Hello, I'm Gary Notable. I'm the customer service manager here at Sioux Automation. Just going to give you some tips to look for winter time, for when things get cold and get brittle. For starters, you can check out your hitch area, and so to make sure that you have they don't have any cracks around your hitch, or where the tubes and so run underneath, that there's no cracks that form. When you have frozen ruts, and so it's a good opportunity to snap something, because things will really be bouncing around. Another thing that we want to do is check your wheel bearings. And the way I would suggest is, if you would put a jack underneath the frame, raise it up, and then see if you have any wiggle on your bearings. If there's a little wiggle, they're probably worn some that you should tighten them up, or you might want to go to the point of taking them out and repacking them. Along with that, on the same as on the hitch, we have the frame of the box that you want to check around your wagon, no matter what type of wagon you have, and just make sure that you don't have any cracks starting to form underneath the bottom and so, or along the frame, to make sure that you take care of them before you end up snapping the frame. Another one is in your oil bath in the back end. If you check to see if you have water in your oil that gets really foamy, that if it's on a cold morning or something, you don't want to have it frozen up or something when it starts. If you do have water in your oil, I would drain it and put in new, and then you would probably want to put new weather stripping around your door to try and help as much as possible to keep the rain out. If your wagon has a Planetary, this one does not, but if your wagon has a Planetary, it's good to you should change your oil in your Planetary every year, minimum. Twice a year would be better. Oil is a lot cheaper than buying a new Planetary. Generally, the Planetaries run from $4,000 to $6,000, so oil is cheap. I would suggest to do it on a season change, like winter or spring or whatever, so you have something to remember by. Last thing you got is that if you're flighting on your augers, this is a new box, but if your flighting is getting thin and is getting sharp and starting to fold over, check your tube on the right down here, right at the end of where the flight comes from the back end. Check the tube right down here, drill a little hole, and find out what's left of your tube. If you're getting down to a quarter or 3/16, it's not going to run till it gets to paper, and if you get a frozen chunk in it or something in it, you could end up bending and breaking your auger. Along with that, we occasionally get boxes in that have tires wrapped around in them. You know, when you're with chopping silage and everybody's ready for the winter and moving their tires back, watch for any tires that fall in the feed, that you don't get them wrapped around the auger and end up making the whole drive pull harder. So just a few helpful hints for the winter time. Thank you.